If you want to make money day trading, but you're living currently check to check, you're drowning in consumer debt, and you feel like money is going to be the solution if you can just have more of it. And so, because you think that, you want to think about money in a more organized way by getting rid of $5,000 of debt in the next 5 months while only being on a $35,000 a year salary or less, and you want to have money left over after all your expenses are paid so that you do have money that you can actually grow in the stock market trading. You can message me on Instagram, KYLIAMACK_. It's also linked in the description box of my channel, and there I want you to message me the word rich. What I'm going to talk to you about, if you want to hear more about it, is a program where you can turn your cash into gains. What if I could tell you, you could turn not only your cash into gains, but turn the gains into more gains and let those gains pay off your debts. And then once those debts are gone, the surplus stays and it supplements your entire lifestyle and pays off your personal expenses every single month. That is what I want to talk to you about. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and message me, KYLIAMACK_ on Instagram. DM me the word rich and we'll talk about it. Here I want to talk about trading and what it can do for people and how amazing it is, and the 7 pitfalls that are keeping traders from not getting out of drowning debt and continuing to live paycheck to paycheck even though they know how to trade. The first pitfall is that you think you can avoid being broke and stressed by pursuing a higher income. Trading can give you a higher income, but if you want to avoid being broke and rich, and the only way you think you can do that is by pursuing higher income, you're gonna have a very hard time succeeding at trading itself. It's not that trading doesn't work, it's that you're trying to avoid being broke and stressed. So you take all that broke and stressed energy into trading, and that is what's making you not succeed. So what you have to do is understand that you don't have to pursue a higher income to not be broke and stressed. You actually have to not be broke and stressed for the higher income to work. Okay, a lot of people know how to trade, but they can never make it work for them or actually get to pay off their debts or gain anything because they are using it to avoid survival mode, and it's not how it works. The second pitfall is that you have to understand you can get rich starting from anywhere. It doesn't matter if you've been trading 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, if you're still working a job, if you only make 35K a year or less. It doesn't matter where you're starting from. Anybody can get rich starting from anywhere, because it's not about what you do to make money, it's how you do what you do. Have you ever heard millionaires say, if I worked at McDonald's, I'd probably be a millionaire in the next 6 years of 6 months. If everything was taken away from me, I would still be rich in the next 6 months. I've heard it. Why? Because it's about what you are doing with the money, not what you do for money. It's not the fact that you work at McDonald's that's making you not be wealthy, it's or good with money. It's the fact that you think that you can get rich starting from anywhere. So once you fully believe you can get rich starting from anywhere, you are now outside of that pitfall. The third thing is the principles I'm sharing with you work for everybody who apply it. Money does not have morality. It doesn't know the difference between race and age and religion. It doesn't know the difference. And if you apply it, it is going to work for you because it worked for me. This video is not about me, but I was able to pay over $10,000 of consumer debt off in just 4 months. How did I do that? Because I understand that these principles work for anybody, and I'm not just telling you something random. I've jumped my credit score hundreds of points in less than a year. How? Because I understand the principles and I understand that they work for everybody. So I decided to apply them, and then they worked. So I can do the same thing and help you understand them as well. Because money is not aware of morality. The fourth thing, it is not what do you have to do. When you ask yourself, how do I not be broke and stressed? And you're asking yourself, what do I do? What do I do? That's how you fall into, I have to trade. I have to invest. I have to save. I have to budget. I have to have a business. I have to just go back to school. I have to. And then you have so many different things, and then you just try a whole bunch of different things. And that's where the silver or shiny object syndrome comes from, because you try this thing and it doesn't work, and you try that thing, it doesn't work, try this thing, and you just keep going around in circles. The problem is, it's not what you do, it is what do you think about what you're doing? What are the habits that you literally have within you that allow anything to work for you? And that is a big pitfall a lot of people have. The fifth thing is, a good place to start is with the opposite. When you think about, what do I have to do? You have to think, literally, what do I have to think? If a millionaire just told me they would be rich in 6 months if they worked at McDonald's, why couldn't I? If it's not the job, if it's not the business, if it's not the amount of income, if it's not the income I have, if it's not the actual money I'm bringing in, then what is the thing that makes you good with money? What makes you wealthy? And that is exactly what you have to first start with. Start with the opposite. The fifth thing is that money is never, or income is always going to scale your behavior. Whatever you do in your behavior, you are going to literally do with more money. So for instance, whatever debt that you're in at 50K a year, you're going to take those same habits that keep you in the amount of debt you're in right now, and you're just going to apply them to a higher income. So you're going to make more money, but you're still going to have the same level of poverty when you think about your income and expenses. So it's very important you understand your income scales your behavior. A lot of people think, this is number 6, that your behavior scales your income. This is such a big pitfall, because how can your behavior come with the income? A lot of people think, if I just make more money, then they're going to send me a document of the behavior I need to have to keep this money. They're going to send it to me in the mail. As soon as I get this higher paying job, they're just going to send me the rule book of good habits to do with money. It's not true. Habits are not a thing that come with money. Okay, your money are not your money habits. Those are two different things. You don't get habits with the money. You have to get the habits separately, and that is exactly what the program is going to be showing you, and exactly what I'm talking about in this video. And the 7th thing is that your higher income is not a solution to bad money behavior. See, this is the issue with a lot of traders specifically, because they think, if I just can make more money trading, then I'll be fine. But what do? That attitude and that thought is what makes them continue to lose money. So what if I told you that there was a way to use the knowledge you already have to literally make more money without learning more about trading? And that's exactly the reality of it. That's what happened to me. That's exactly the same story that I've been on, and exactly what I want to show you as well. So message me on Instagram, KYLIAMACK_, to hear more about the program if you're interested in understanding this stuff, because you have to understand that trading is not the problem. If trading is not currently working for you, that's not the problem. It's not the issue. What you actually need to understand is the 7 pitfalls we just discussed. And this video was about trading and what it can do for you. And I explained the 7 pitfalls that traders have that really keep them revolving in debt and living paycheck to paycheck, when that doesn't have to be a thing. Paycheck to paycheck can literally, in my case, when I was intentional about not living paycheck to paycheck, it literally disappeared in 3 weeks. And I was like, oh, that's all you have to do to not live paycheck to paycheck? I wish somebody would have told me, right? So I go through that entire process. Again, the program is showing you how to turn that cash that you have left over at the end of the month into gains, Let those gains pay off the debts you have, and then let those gains supplement your lifestyle and pay off your personal expenses. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and if it was, make sure to comment down below which part was most helpful for you, and also comment below your questions, and I'll be responding back to messages on Instagram as well as you guys bring in your requests.